YouTube intro. Hello and welcome to this practice today. We're going to be doing a improvised flow, so there's no plan, we're just going to see where the practice takes us. So whenever you're ready, come to sit down on your mat, make sure that you're comfortable, maybe put some music on and we'll begin. Come to a comfortable seated position, either cross-legged or you can have the legs tucked underneath you. Bringing the palms down onto the knees, down for more grounding energy, or palms facing up to receive energy. And just beginning by closing off the eyes today. So growing nice and tall through the spine, sit bones stay rooted down. See if you can relax the shoulders, relax the jaw wherever you are. And we're going to start firstly today by inviting in the breath. So taking a nice big inhale in through the nose. Feel all the way up right to the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, big release out through the mouth. Let the shoulders drop away. And we'll do that a few more times. Take a big inhale in through the nose. Feeling all the way to the top, and then holding at the very top of your breath, and then exhale. Release, let the shoulders shrug down as you do this. Once more, inhale all the way in. Exhale, sigh the breath out. Feel that releasing in the shoulders. Maybe just turning the palms to face down if they're not already. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears and then circle them back behind you. See if you can join the breath to the movement. So inhale, draw the shoulders up. Exhale, let the shoulders sink back behind you. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Continuing once more. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. You can keep the eyes closed if you like. Exhale to release. Lovely. And then just interlocking the fingers. We're going to take an inhale, press the hands forward. As you do this, we draw the tummy in, round through the spine, and let the chin tuck down towards the chest. Big inhale here. Exhale here to hold. And then on our next inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up over the head. So we're moving the spine in the opposite direction. Gaze can follow. And then as you exhale, release the arms down to the side, shoulders drop. Once more like this. Inhale, press the hands away, round through the spine, chin tucks in. Exhale the breath out to hold. Inhale, follow the hands as they lift up over the head. Exhale, arms peel down to the sides. Lovely. Release the shoulders back, moving over onto all fours, our tabletop position. So stacking shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Spreading the fingertips wide. We're going to move through a cat and cow movement, but a little bit slower than we usually would. So when you're ready, take an inhale, drop the belly down, lift and look forward. Pressing hands into the mat, tops of the feet. And as you exhale, we're going to hold here, so we're not going to move this time. One more full breath cycle here. Inhale in through the nose, keep the gaze forward. Exhale to release here. Soften the belly. When you're ready, we're going to move this time. So inhale, start to round through the spine, press the mat away. Tummy draws in. Exhale to hold. Inhaling in again here. And then exhale to hold. And then gently sinking back down. We'll do our usual cat and cow now. So inhale, lift and look forward, pressing into the mat. Exhale, run through the spine, chin tucks in towards the chest. When you're ready, inhale, lifting, looking forward. Exhale, reverse the movement, draw the tummy in. And then releasing back to a normal tabletop position. Lifting the left leg up into the air. Just gently start to draw the knee round, making circles here, working into the hip joint. Continuing to move with the breath. So maybe as you come round, taking an inhale, and exhaling as you release, change direction. Excellent. Swap over to the other side and lift the right leg up. Gently drawing round in circles here. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you lift the leg up. Change direction. Excellent. Release the knee down to the floor. Reach the arms forward, keeping the hips up high. We're going to sink the chest down to the floor, coming into puppy pose here. So if you can, let the forehead release down. If you feel more stable, you can tuck the toes or you can keep them soft, your choice. If you need to, just walking the hands in to press the hips back. And allowing the breath to stay nice and soft here. So inhale, fill all the way up. And then as you exhale, see if you can soften into the pose. Release into the shoulders. Maybe even let the belly relax. And then tucking the toes here, we're going to walk the hands in and pressing the weight back into the toes. So toes are tucked, we sit up nice and tall. Knees are slightly together. And we're just drawing the weight slightly back into the toes here. So just practicing, noticing how that feels within the toe joints. Maybe it's quite easy for you, maybe it's a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe closing off the eyes here and just notice how it feels to hold here. If you need to stop if it's too intense at any point, then just drop forward, maybe into child's pose or puppy pose again. Otherwise, staying where you are, breathing through. Excellent. And then walking the hands forward again. We're going to tuck the toes or keep them tucked and then lift the hips high, coming into your downward facing dog. Maybe first one of the day. So just starting to move into the pose, maybe pedaling through the legs, softening through the shoulders. Any movement that feels good here. Say it's an improvised flow, so that doesn't just mean that I'm improvising, that can mean that you maybe add something extra into your practice today. And then just gently shaking the head up and down, side to side. And see if you can come to a place of stillness, still allowing the breath to move through the body, inhaling in through the nose, exhaling back out through the nose. I'm going to take an inhale, float the left leg up into the air, so three-legged dog. Turn the gaze slightly forward, and we're going to scoop the knee all the way forward to place the foot up between the hands. Lovely, so coming into a runner's lunge here, just let the knee drop down. Soften through the back toes. We're going to take an inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Adjust as you need to here, let the hands sink down to the heart. Holding, breathing breathing into the pose, into the hip joints. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms back up, palms stay together. We're going to lift up and out of the body. So inhale, coming up. Exhale, see if you can lift and open through the lower spine, nice and gently here. And as we take an exhale, the hands are going to draw down to the heart center, and we're going to take a twist. So the arm comes over, or elbow comes over the thigh. Hands stay towards the heart. And we soften into our lunge on an exhale. See if you can keep that back shoulder nice and soft, or the top shoulder. And gaze can be back behind you, or maybe even lifting and looking up towards the sky. Lovely, and then exhale, bring the hands down, frame the front foot. Shuffle the back knee back a few little paces just to give yourself some more space. I'm going to walk the hands back as we do. Straighten through the front leg, flex the toes towards the ankle. You can stay up and lifted here if you have blocks, maybe you balance on them here, or finding length through the spine. With every exhale, see if you can sink and soften into a little forward fold here. Finding what feels right for you and your body today. So maybe if it's first thing in the morning, you're not quite warmed up here yet, you might be up here. Just see if you can find softness wherever you are. Lovely, taking an inhale, we're going to walk the hands forward back into that lunge. Don't be afraid to adjust. We want that knee nicely stacked over the front ankle, coming back into our runner's lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release the hips back, lift the toes off, forward fold. Inhale, coming forward, lifting the chest, looking up. Exhale, hips come back, toes lift. Lovely, once more, inhale, coming forward. This time plant the hands down to the floor. We're going to tuck the back toes and step back into our high plank. So holding here, nice long spine, hips are slightly lifted, pressing into the mat with the hands, keeping the gaze slightly forward. We're going to move through our connecting Vinyasa. So if you like, you can come down onto the knees, or you can take your full chaturanga, your choice. So slowly lowering down, take the time to come to the mat. And then when you're ready, inhale, roll the shoulders back, lifting up, cobra or upward facing dog. Lovely, exhale, release the chest to the floor. Tuck the toes, send the hips high once again. Downward facing dog, walk the feet in as you need to. Pressing that L shape of the hands into the mat. And we'll take another inhale, reach the right leg up and away. Knee comes forward, we place the foot up between the hands, lower the back knee to the floor. Soften the toes here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Take the time to exhale, release into the pose, into the hip. And release hands down to the front. Anjali Mudra. And we're really working through the front big toe here, so pressing down into our bases, connecting to the floor. It's going to help us to find lift in the rest of the body. And if you like, you can take an inhale, reach the arms up. Find lift through the spine. As you exhale, releasing into the lower spine this time, slightly letting the head go. Finding release through the heart space. As we exhale, hands come down to heart center, and we find our twist once again. So the elbow comes over the thigh, and we turn in the opposite direction. Using our breath here, so with every inhale find length. Every exhale, see if you can sink a little bit lower into the pose. It may only be a tiny little movement. The body's going to work differently on different sides. Bringing the hands round in front of you. Shuffle the back knee towards the back of the mat. I'm going to release and straighten through the front leg and lift the toes off. Again, finding and holding here. If you have blocks, using blocks, or coming into forward fold. Adding in a little bit of fluidity when you're ready, coming forward, inhale, find the lunge. Shuffle in if you need to. As you exhale, hips draw back, lift the toes off, forward fold. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, let the hips lead as you release back. Once more, inhale, lifting, looking forward. Exhale, release. Lovely. Inhale as you come forward. Once again, we're going to find our plank position. So tucking the back toes, releasing back. Nice long spine here. Your choice. Knees down or full chaturanga. Draw the weight forward into the wrist, lowering down. Inhale, lifting up. Cobra or upward facing dog. If you came through chaturanga, come back that way. Hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal through the legs as you need to. Few cleansing breaths here. Take an inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Twice more. Inhale in. Exhale through the mouth. Last time. Lovely. And then turning the gaze up towards the top of the mat. You can step, float, or jump the feet up towards the hands and into forward fold, Uttanasana. Take a nice soft bend in the knees. Just let the arms rest down. Head and neck are relaxed. And then taking an inhale, rise halfway lift. Soften the shoulders back, drawing shoulder blades together. Exhale, release. Shuffling the toes slightly together. We're going to take an inhale, coming up into Uttanasana, chair pose. So sitting the hips down, arms reach forward. I like to find a little bit of lift and then sink down on my exhale. And then gaze is slightly forward, up towards the hands. Holding here. When you're ready, big stretch up, taking inhale, rising up onto the toes. And then as we exhale, we're going to let the hands come down out in front of us, bending the knees. And we're going to come into a toe stand here. So finding a focus point out in front of you. If it's easier for you, squeezing the thighs together. So you might need to step the feet in a little bit closer. And using your breath to hold here. If at any point you need to drop the heels down, then do. See if you can sink a little bit lower. Holding with the legs, bring the hands to the heart. We're going to step the left leg back. Draw it up, reaching back. Adjust as you need to. Lovely. So back heel is lifted. We're going to come into our twist once again. So hands to heart center. Releasing elbow to the other side of the thigh. Softening top shoulder down and away. With your exhale, sink down into the pose. then turning around, we're going to take an inhale, reach the arms up, come into your crescent lunge here, and then pressing into the front foot, draw the knee up and forward. Left leg is lifted, squeezing it in, flex the toes here. Lovely. If you can, open the knee out to the side, let the heel come across to the opposite side of the leg. We're going to bend into our supporting leg, so really spreading the toes wide, grounding through the supporting leg, hands to the heart. Take an inhale, find lift. Exhale, sinking down, bend into the supporting knee. Holding here, length through the spine. If you like, you can take this one step further. You can come into a forward fold, keeping this leg lifted. And then when we're ready, we're all going to lift back up, straight leg, and place the leg down here. Shake it out. Lovely. Take a big inhale, stretch the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to come back down into our toe stand. Arms come down as we exhale, holding here. We won't be here as long this time. Slowly bring hands to the heart. And then we're going to pick up the right leg, step it back behind you. Excellent. Back heel is lifted. Finding lift through the spine, we're going to turn the opposite way into our twist. Let the belly button lead as it draws around to the side. Hands to the heart. And again, your choice with the gaze. Can you back behind you, maybe slightly lifted or even just to the side. And the more comfortable you are in the pose, maybe you find a little bit of lift every time, still keeping in the twist. And then turning the gaze forward, we're going to press into the left foot. Draw right leg up if you can. One big sweep, otherwise don't worry. And then squeeze. Ooh. Find your balance. Squeeze the leg in towards you, root down through the supporting leg. And try not to lock that supporting knee. Keep a little soft bend there. Excellent. Drawing the foot over to the opposite side of the thigh. Let the right knee soften down. Hands come to the heart. Finding nice length up to the crown of the head. Flexing the toes of the right foot, pressing down through the left foot. Inhale, when you're ready, we're going to exhale, bend our supporting knee. Keeping the breath moving here. Once again, if you like, you can come into a forward fold. Otherwise, staying where you are. And slowly reaching up, find lift. Let that leg come back down. And shake your head. Excellent. Just bring the right leg back behind you. Make your way down onto the mat. Stretching the legs out long just to begin with. Give them a little shake, a little pat down. And then we'll start to wind our practice down. From here, we're going to bring our left leg in towards us. Right toes are flexed. And bringing the foot over the top. Right arm is going to draw that knee in a little bit closer. And with our left arm, we're going to lift it up tall. Find lift through the spine. Exhale, let the hand come back behind you, moving around into a twist. So with every inhale, lifting up. Every exhale, seeing if you can find that little bit of extra movement. It may only be really, really small. And just taking the time to let the breath soften here. And the gaze can be back behind you or slightly to the side, your choice. And then coming back, grind to center, bring both legs out in front of you. Bend the knees here. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, just let the body flop forward, head rests down. Not holding onto any toes or ankles, just releasing. And then rolling up through the spine. We're going to swap over to the side. So left leg draws in towards us this time, that's right. Let the foot come over the top. The left arm wraps around and our right arm reaches up tall. And as we exhale, releases back. Now avoid dumping into this back shoulder. Keep nice and lifted. Up onto the fingertips. And allowing the belly button to draw out into the thigh. Coming back round to center, reach arms up, bend the knees, exhale, just lowering the body forward. And then rising back up, shuffle the hips forward, making your way down onto the spine. Hugging the knees in towards the chest for Uttanasana. And just allowing yourself to gently roll from side to side. Maybe closing the eyes. And gently massaging out through the lower spine. Maybe you even take the knees round in just small circles here. And then changing the direction. And just allowing the arms to come out to the side. You can come into your traditional Shavasana position, or if you prefer, soles of the feet to touch for Baddha Konasana. Allowing the breath to return to normal. So finishing off with a nice cleansing breath, taking inhale in through the nose. Exhale, release out through the mouth. Maybe you continue this breath a few more times. With every exhale, just noticing how the body softens and sinks into the mat, into the floor beneath you. And allowing gravity to do all the work here. If you like, you can stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer. Otherwise, just gently rolling over onto one side, bringing yourself up to seated. And just finishing off with a few breaths here, a few inhales in through the nose, exhale, maybe back out through the nose, or your cleansing breath again. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.